What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Splash. My recent video, the Hulk destroying Thanos comic review, went insane. Already passed like 20k views. I went stupid on it. I'm so happy you guys showed a lot of love. I had a lot of fun making that video. I love doing story reviews, and I'm glad to see you guys appear to really love the modern updates on comics. So that's what we're back to do today. Here is the recent Thor, Immortal Thor issue 14, in which one of the most devastating fraud checks of 2024 is delivered. If you have Marvel Zeus stock, sell that shit right now. It's not looking good for you. Before we get started, smash the like button. Let's run this up to 400 plus likes. That would be absolutely amazing. If you crack that like goal, I will catch up on the rest of the Thor comics and update you on what happened between the last time we covered it and issue 14. But with that being said, I hope you guys are hyped. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're mad close to 30k. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So, this issue starts off, and I think it's very important to let you know that this is the 775th issue of Thor. Issue 14 in the run, but 775 in the grand scheme. What should that tell you? Wild shit's going down. Thor's probably going to be on a come up. Anytime you see them like heavily highlight what issue that is historically, something's going down. And this is where we get our first little bit of evidence that our boy Zeus was gonna job, okay? They start gassing him up early, reciting ancient passages talking about the fury of Zeus when he is from heaven. Fuck all that, dude. No one's really scared of Zeus in Marvel, but I digress, alright? It's did Hulk pull up one time and tell him throw the ones? Maybe, but that's a story for a different day, alright? This is when we get a flashback to really start off this story, and this is during the primal time, right? A time before anything was really popping, when creation was still in disarray and the deathless gods, really existed and ran amok. They are extreme in power, and of course, these are the beings that are going to shape the myth of the future, right? And we see some of the old mythology that we are accustomed to in real life. It's portrayed here in Marvel. We see the classic story of Kronos eating his kids in primal time. Now, this is going to sound fucked up, but I don't care. This is sick art. Now, is he eating the baby? Sure. But this is actually really well drawn. It's messed up with the context of what they drew very well, but it's still very well drawn. We then see Gaia kind of confront Rhea about Zeus, right? Because, of course, Zeus is in real trouble of becoming a fucking Thursday snack for Kronos. And Gaia says, look, give me the damn baby. I can cook if you give me a baby like that. By the way, the way Gaia is portrayed and drawn here is sick. Like, I love the design. To be honest, the artwork in this is just phenomenal. Now, there's a reason Gaia wanted the baby, right? Gaia's not trying to run her karma up and get some good luck for protecting the damn baby. It's not as simple as that. Gaia sees the future. She sees that in the future, a champion will be needed to bear the power to protect Earth from what is to come. And she sees potentially that Zeus could be this champion. However, of course, in devastating fashion for the stocks of Zeus, she says, actually, never mind. Probably not. In fact, I can see it in your eyes. You have your daddy's eyes. That means you're probably going to suck. She actually said that. She was like, you're probably not going to be that lit. You're probably not going to be that wise, okay? You got a little bit of your daddy in you. But she was like, you might be the final boss for the chosen champion in the future. That's when we see it pan back to modern times involving Thor. Now, Thor's got his boy Hercules with him, and of course, if you didn't know this, in Marvel, Thor and Hercules have had several crossovers. They're boys for the most part. They've dealt with a lot of shit together in the Marvel landscape. They've even gone toe to toe as early as the 60s. Now they are facing Zeus in another dimension. And if you don't know why this is problematic, Zeus is supposed to be dead. But the wheel, which I did cover somewhat in a few of the issues of Immortal Thor, I did cover on my channel. Definitely go check those out if you haven't already. And check this run out. It's a fantastic run. The wheel, right? This wheel of fate from Elder Gods. It's turned, and it appears that it has brought Zeus back. Thor is with Herc, who, of course, he's a little shook. His dad's back, and Thor's like, man, fuck that. Thor can handle this real quick. Let me run up on your dad real quick. I'll let him know what it is. That's when Zeus starts roasting the shit out of Thor. Now, yes, they've had some run-ins in the past, but I didn't know Zeus wanted to roast Thor this badly. He starts talking about how trash Thor's fan base is, how they're just dumb jocks that likes to see him smash things with a hammer. He's like, my worshippers created philosophy. They're lit. They're smart. You got a bunch of idiots that worship you. Thor's like, yo, no one cares about your unhinged rant, you old dead bitch. Now, like, let's get this really going if you want. And that's when we see Zeus, pissed off, throw lightning at Thor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you throw lightning at Thor, especially a Thor who's clearly in his bag? My answer for you? I don't fucking know. So stupid. I was like, why are you throwing Thor? You're throwing lightning at Thor. I almost said you're throwing Thor at Thor because lightning is synonymous with Thor, okay? Even Thor's like, look, bro, I can stop lightning if I want to. I guess you didn't know that, Zeus. You didn't know I'm affiliated. I'm kind of the god of thunder, but whatever. I can deflect this shit. And that's when we see Zeus is not the only one getting in the mix. Nyx has arrived, who, I will say, from the power scaling side, is one of the most controversial figures in Marvel. That'll probably be the topic of the video that we talk about in the comment section. Let's start doing that, a topic of the video, right? This topic of the video, do you agree with me? Is Nyx of the Night one of the most controversial figures in power scaling for Marvel? Let me know if you agree or disagree. But Nyx arrives, right? She's the Sky Mother and the original killer of Zeus. Thor's like, yo, Night Bitch, did you bring Zeus back? Because he's back and he's being a dickhead. And she says, no, Zeus sucks. She's roasting Zeus. She's like, no, Zeus is ass. I killed him before. And I definitely didn't bring this trash bag back on purpose. I got somebody here. I'm really seeing what's going on. Because ultimately, I'm the Sky Mother. I can pop up on who I want to pop up on. And that's when we see she kind of turns her attention to Zeus, right? And he's talking shit. And she's like, look, I'm going to be real with you. Zeus is still annoying. I still can tell this is going to be a clash. Like, he's being a bitch. And they clash. He's like, I'm going to drop the moon on this hoe. And the collision scene, the art for it was crazy. And at that point, as the reader, you're like, okay, that crackhead Zeus just got cooked. But no, he does get cooked. Just not right there. Stay tuned. That's when we see this story pan over to Thor and Herc again, right? They're still stuck in the realm due to rune magic. And Loki shows up with Athens, right? Or Athena. And sorry, my notes will put Athens. Misspelled. My bad. Athena shows up. Obviously, goddess of wisdom. Loki's like, yo, this bitch is hella smart. I linked up with her, believe it or not. Me and her are getting along. And we are doing all of this for a reason. Now, this does tie well to the story so far. Because Loki has been testing Thor to prepare him for this ultimate battle. And we see, it's very clear, Thor is about to undergo a second trial to obtain a weapon. In his first trial, he obtained this rune magic based weapon. And in this second one, he's about to obtain some other shit. As obviously, Thor's kind of sick of this, but he understands he has to go through these tests because ultimately Loki knows the story given his insane power. He's probably going to hook the boy up. That's when we see Zeus did not die in this exchange with Nyx. They actually have teamed up. Thor and Herc are like, what the fuck? How are y'all on the same team? And that's when we see Nyx say, hey, to be honest, I'm stuck here. Loki managed to catch me and put me in here. By the way, crazy feat for Loki. Like I said, if you have high regard for how strong Nyx is, crazy feat from Loki. But she's like, I need to find out. And Zeus said, yeah, when I saw her, I used to see her as a threat because she's so powerful. Now I feel like I'm looking in the mirror and we have teamed up. We're going to break out of this shit. And she tells him, yo, go run the fade with them. Go body Loki and his stupid ass brother. Prove to me you're the GOAT. And that's when Zeus pulls up, right? And he starts launching his lightning. And Thor goes, look, Zeus, I get it. On your block back in the day, you used to be the man. But I need to tell you something. You're not the man anymore. I don't really give a shit what you got going on. You're not going to kill Loki. He's with me. And starts ragdolling the lightning. Like, this is bad. Zeus is legitimately not doing anything to Thor. But in this exchange with him not doing anything, nothing's really happening. And that's when Hercules actually hits the 99 IQ rating, right? Like, he just maxes his stat out and goes, yo, look, real shit, Thor. Maybe you need to get hit by him. Maybe you need to take his strikes like a god. You need to prove you're really that guy. And that's when Thor says, oh shit, you might be onto something. You might be right. Maybe that's the way we cook. And just casually gets up on Zeus. And Zeus is like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And this is when Nyx and Hercules are looking on, right? And Herc is like, look, potentially Thor's about to cook this motherfucker, right? Like, we might have just came up with the play of the century, or I just got my boy bodied. We're about to find out. And Thor's talking shit. He's grabbing Zeus and he forces him to use his power as he starts shocking the shit out of Thor. That's when we see Hercules squash the beef with Nyx, as, like I said, kind of tying back to old stories, she's the reason his father got bodied, okay? Fuck that bitch. But he was like, look, we can settle the beef, whatever. But you need to understand, you don't need to act up right now. You don't need to go against us. Because if anything, this realm is good for you. This is a realm of nothing. You're the queen of nothing. If you stay here, you can really cook. And she kind of recognizes that. And she low-key locks in. She's like, hey, you're right. I probably could cook here. She's like, yo, I think I'll just create a multiverse. In this nothingness, something that's really close to what I want to do, what I would do. This will be my own place, my own existence. And that's when Herc's like, alright, we're cool with the night bitch. She's on our team. Loki, you should let us out, or we're gonna jump the shit out of you. And Loki's like, look, that's cool, but it's kind of complicated and you need to see what comes next. And that's where we see Thor is still grappling with Zeus as they look on. And Thor demands that the Sky Father, Zeus himself, unleash all his power. Show him everything he has. Which, of course, Zeus is a dumbass. He's been a dumbass. He's a jobber. His stock is done. He goes for it. And Thor absorbs the power of Zeus. In fact, Thor, at this current moment, now holds the power of both Thor himself, Zeus, and Odin. And when he started to float down, and when he started to speak, Hercules was afraid. He was like, this form is fucked, dude. I think we might have gone a bit too far. And the issue ends showing Thor in his current state as he says, don't fear. This is what we came to do. We came to level me up. I've definitely leveled up. And you can see the wheel etched on his face. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this new form of Thor, this merged Thor. What do you think of the fate of Zeus? Got absorbed, dead again in one issue. A tragedy befitting for a bum. What do you think about all this? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And make sure to check out my Discord, where we do games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. And we're starting up a D&D soon that will be featured on the channel for members. It's going to be real fun to play. But yeah, anyways, been your boy Dr. Splash, and I will see y'all later. Peace.